I'm Chantal Rochelle, and this is The Sit Down. I'm here with actor Keke Palmer, star of the epic drama Berlin Station. Good morning, Keke.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
Very good. Glad to be here with you.
Glad to be here with you, too. So in Berlin Station, you play a CIA agent, but this season takes place in Budapest. So I'm curious, what activities did you do to really familiarize yourself with the surroundings and the environment?
Well, you know, it was so different because we shot the second season in Berlin. That's when I became a part of the cast. And then the second season, I was very excited to get to Budapest. But I didn't realize how much of an even bigger culture shock it would be than Berlin. Because in Berlin, people, you know, kind of still speak English. There were some things that reminded me of back home. Like some places look like New York. But in Budapest, it's all so historical. You know, there are castles and not a lot of the people speak English. So the language barrier was definitely a little bit more tough. But I got to do a lot of fun stuff. I did like some escape rooms.
Okay.
You know, my birthday was out there, and so I went to a place where they call it makery, where you actually can make the food for yourself and then eat it, and that was really a fun activity. Went on some boat rides and, you know, like seen a tour of the city and stuff, so it was cool. It was a lot of stuff to do, that's for sure.
That's what's up. So did you win the escape room?
I did, but you know,
Yes.
it's a group effort, and I have to admit, we was kind of almost about to squabble in there because it gets real tough.
Okay.
When everybody's not playing their role and getting it done, then we get mad.
I know you took charge.
Yes.
We gotta win.
Exactly, I definitely did.
Now, as a self-proclaimed, you know, daredevil, as you mentioned, you mentioned that you weren't really fazed by the stunts you had to do on set. So I'm really curious, what does faze Keke? Like, what gets you like, oh, no, I can't do that?
Oh my gosh, you know, nothing. I'm not that scared of stuff. I think the things that would maybe scare me the most are like life type of stuff. Like, oh, if I don't reach my full potential, that's horrifying to me.
Yeah.
But like, you know, other things like, oh, bungee jumping, I would try it. You know what I'm saying? I would do that kind of stuff, or coming out of a jet, whatever. Any type of crazy thing that you would think, I would mostly be all right with doing, unless it bothers my health or it, you know, going to make me not become my full best.
Yeah, or the mental. You got to protect
exactly.
that for sure. Well, being the booked and busy queen that you are also starring in Pimp, which you executive produced.
Thank you so much.
And I'm curious, are you at all, with your history of your child acting, did you choose this role with that in mind, the intention of saying, I'm going to really look outside the box? Did this role really influence that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I always loved acting, but as a kid, they're not always these type of different roles to take on. You know, it's either you're the funny, rambunctious kid, or you're maybe the stoic, you know, serious kid. You're into the school stuff or whatever it is. They're not a lot of differences. For me, coming out of doing so much of that, I was just really ready to really challenge myself as a now adult actor. I was 18, 19, coming off of True Jackson, which I had done for about 4 or 5 years, and I was just ready to really challenge myself as an actress and get out of what I was used to.
Yeah, and so as a child star, do you think that people respect you now as an adult, you know, actress that you are today?
Sure, I think definitely my feedback that I get from my audience is that they're just happy to see that I'm still around and still into it. And I think a lot of times as being a child actor, it can be very overwhelming, and that stop and that pause is necessary. I never really took that pause, but that was a personal choice of mine. And it's cool to see that the people that follow my career appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. And you have really pushed it. In this role, you shaved your head. You gained 20 pounds of muscle. So what was it like getting used to the new look and navigating the world in that space? Like, yeah, I'm jacked up.
Yeah, navigating the world in that space was like a crazy experience.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that, you know, I had to stay in the mindset of Wednesday, which is far less positive than my own. And you can't really step too far outside of it because you know you're going to be on the set the next day or the next morning or whenever. And that was difficult, you know, because that's not who I am. And it was just like hard to kind of shake off. The physical aspect just made diving into that character mentally much easier, because when I looked in the mirror, I also didn't look like myself. But after a while, that is tough because you're like, where am I at? You know?
So who did you study to get that pimp going? Getting Cleo inspiration?
Oh, well, I think just in general, that character was definitely inspiration. Probably also for even when the script was being written. I mean, of course, I didn't write it, but characters like that made it possible for characters like Wednesday to even star in a movie. So much love to Queen for that. But in terms of my inspirations, I think, you know, in the music industry, it's not that far different from the pimp industry.
Yeah.
So a lot of my inspirations came from that, you know, my world and different characteristics that I felt that I would see in myself that I wanted to amp up for Wednesday, or even other people that I felt reminded me of, oh, that might be something that Wednesday would, you know, maybe I could bring to the character. I think as an actor, you're always picking up on human nuances, how somebody looks and blinks and moves and what, you know, what their habits are, just because you never know what you might want to take to a character.
Absolutely. I mean, you have conquered all. I mean, you're never not booked and busy. So you are also super active on social media.
Yes.
I love your Southern Belle insults, darling. Like I'm obsessed. As a Southern girl myself, let's take a look into Miss Lady Jacqueline over here.
I can really take off my gloves and treat you like the sack of potatoes and cheap frock that you are.
Oh, my God.
One bit of advice, Janet. If you're going to use a prop, just remember, like all things in life, the bigger, the better.
It's just perfect. It's
I hate
so
to laugh at my
good.
own self like that, but it's just so dramatic, the character.
I also grew up a woman like that. So how did you come up with this concept, and who was the inspiration behind it?
So I think the inspirations came from a lot of different things. You know, it came from my kind of natural sass that I have in my family, and my grandmother really, she was that sassy Southern gal from Mississippi, grew up in Memphis. And then also other female comedians that I grew up watching, like Jack K. Harry or Jennifer Lewis. They're so awesome to me. But how it came apart was I was just doing my digital content, and I started working with a guy named Max, and we were like, you know, going back and forth on different things and ideas that we could bring to digital, and Southern Belle Insults was born out of that, and we just kept going. First we did one little one, and then we saw that the fans really, really liked it, and then he was like, yo, let's keep going, and we just kept going. You know?
Yeah, people are recreating that. I myself, I was like, channeling my inner Southernness. I was like, yes. I was like walking on the street, how dare you? Yeah. Like, I just became her. I'm like, what the?
That's what we want.
Yes, exactly. Now, you recently mentioned that you were a little mad at Drake for, you know, making your name really mainstream from his In My Feelings song. No one can, you cannot walk down the street without hearing
Why did he
song.
do that to me?
So tell me, did you have a conversation with Mr. Aubrey?
I didn't. When I actually just seen him not too long ago, and I didn't even say anything. I was like, hey, you know, and kept about my business. I didn't think in my mind to be like, now why did you do this song like this, and why wouldn't you put the original Keke in the video?
Okay, that
come on, love.
That need answers. So,
that was a bad marketing tool.
Okay, you should have been front and center. Okay, front and center. So can you do us a favor and transform into Miss Lady Jacqueline and give Drake a piece of your mind for us in this camera right over
I should have been
here?
prepared for this. Drake, I see that you've made a song named after someone named Keke, but the reality is there's only one Keke that really, I don't know. I'm like, dang, I should have I have to write myself. I'm going somewhere with it, but it's not ending up there. We'll be back on the gram for the real response, okay?
Stay tuned, darling. She's coming back.
Yes.
To be continued. Well, Keke, thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. You can check out Keke in Berlin Station on Sundays on FX. Stay tuned for more AM to Do.